Hello, welcome to TechFellas, mine is Bogdan, and 1 week ago we've got Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. Such tech is pretty unique, so that was a pleasure to try that thing out, and today I've got something to share with you about that one and only flagship Android tablet of 2019. From the outside, the first I'd like to talk about is the screen, which is 10.5 inches Super AMOLED with WQXGA resolution, or frankly 2560 by 1600 pixels. As you can see, the tablet's frame is not that tiny at all, but as for that kind of devices, I'd say it's for the best. Screen response is nice, and of course you can spot the selfie camera for 8 megapixels in the middle and the absence of any home button in the front. That says there's a screen fingerprint reader in here that works quite snappy and actually never failed me by the moment of usage, if only I used it that much, because the mentioned front camera can recognize your face and I'm pleased with the job, that's why I mostly preferred face unlock. By the way, the aliphobic coating on the glass is fantastic, so it's easy to clean up the dirt or other mess from it. The body itself is pretty thin, that makes the tablet even more fancy looking and comfortable in ergonomics. The back is fully made of aluminum and contains a lot of areas with magnets for the case and stylus. I must admit, the grab is strong, but if you're not using a case with a pocket, I'd recommend you to look after the SPen more carefully. Of course, the back's got camera set in the corner. And since we're here, check out how this baby takes photos and videos. Main camera has two lenses for 13 and 5 megapixels. As for the quality, taking that price, it could have been better, but let's face the truth, you're buying the tablet where cameras are not that really important for daily life. So in general, the outcoming photos look good enough to share moments with your friends. The same comes for video. By the way, the camera grants us decent 4K resolution in clips. When I firstly turned on the music on Galaxy Tab S6, I didn't know that it has 4 multimedia speakers and was surprised. In my opinion, that's one of the loudest tablets of this year. Despite being so thin, it brings epic and juicy sound, especially when watching movies, and doesn't provoke pairing with loudspeakers, headsets and earphones. For the last two it may be a challenge, as there's no headphone jack in Galaxy Tab S6, so either adapters, Bluetooth or Type-C headphones will give you some privacy. In terms of quality, for the music I would still use my audio player, for everything else, Galaxy Tab S6 is good enough. Next important thing is a card drawer. Tablet can take both a SIM card and SD card for additional storage. Despite not the best quality of regular voice calls, as an emergency feature, it's on the dot. Besides, an internet SIM card will help you to forget about constant search of Wi-Fi. I'll flip the tablet once again and show you the minimum and maximum brightness ranges. The peaks of these parameters are not the Cloud 9, but not bad at all. Both up and down are comfortable for eyes on a sunny day and in a complete darkness. The only thing that makes your eyes wary is pulse width modulation. You can clearly trace it on the screen right now. So now let me show you one life hack of how to get rid or at least reduce PWM flows on your device. It's actually one of the free apps that I found in Play Market. It's called OLED Helper. So basically when you launch that app, it rolls up tablet's brightness to its maximum, adding black picture in front of the screen image. The slider that you see now sets transparency of that black picture, so technically you can still change the brightness. I have to warn you that battery life drops down significantly because of all that, but your eyes will be thankful to you. Now it's a performance time. Here's Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset with Adreno 640 graphics, 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. We've got lots of benchmark test results for ya. The first one that impressed me the most was a throttling test. The device shows minimum slowdown even after hours of different activities, including heavy games. Antutu, PCMark and 3DMark scores speak about its decent performance in any app. Check out another bunch of screenshots, this time devoted to the battery life. So to say, it's 70-40 mAh inside. According to the Geekbench battery test, our device dropped down to 0 in 8 hours and 10 minutes without any rapid dives in discharge. Heavy PCMark test exhausted the tablet in 5 hours and 45 minutes. How does it feel in real life if you give up some of your favorite games and be restrained in watching YouTube, movies and using software features with stylus? In such case, days, that tablet will grant you 2+ days. Unless you can't imagine your life without multimedia stuff, 1 day will be all you can get. Now it's worth to mention the software. Mainly the SPen stylus brings a crazy ton of useful features that can significantly make your life easier. Starting from the first launch until nowadays, Samsung were polishing all its functions from notes to drawings. Quick look on how notes are taken here. It's basically a handwriting if you need to rest from the keyboard, but even then, if you still need a typed copy of your masterpiece, the tablet will try its best to transform it to you, even the curviest handwriting. Among some nice apps that will bring your inner artist on the front page, I can recommend Autodesk SketchBook. It's helpful with lots of painting functions, variations of pen style, text inputs and features that will give you a hand in some difficult tasks like drawing a circle, for example. But the most what I found interesting in it is the possibility to save and export the drawing in PSD file, so you can later open and continue your deeds in Photoshop. Besides, if stylus sits too comfortable in your hand, you can surely use it instead of a finger. Yeah, that sounded way too obvious, but anyway, it's a review after all. So while in a gallery, one click on stylus button will turn the pictures forward and double click backward. Also, gestures can work in a way with a little flavor of kinda magic wand from Harry Potter. Just don't forget to click and hold the button in that case. By the way, same gestures and even more you can find in a camera app. And the final thing that I'd like to grab your attention to is Samsung DeX mode that transforms tablet's main screen into a computer's desktop with a taskbar. Lovers of multitasking can open several windows and move them around the screen as they want. You can also find the list with every installed app here and software buttons with Windows Managing. And if you buy a keyboard case, it won't be a sin to think that you've created something like a highly portable laptop to yourself. Summarizing the stuff, Galaxy Tab S6 is definitely a super flagship from Samsung and for now the most powerful Android tablet on earth, and pricey indeed. But here's why you might choose Tab S6 instead of its direct and probably the only competitor, iPad Pro something. Galaxy Tab S6 has an in-screen fingerprint reader, OLED display, you can make phone calls with it, also it's Android that doesn't bother you with restrictions Apple has. Don't forget about Samsung DeX and SPen stylus with loads of additional functions, but from this point they are not advantages over iPad, just a couple of pros. What else? Awesome speakers and powerful hardware, and the only problem that was drilling me a bit is PWM, but now we all know how to fight it back. So if money is not a problem and you haven't got into Apple's ecosystem yet, Galaxy Tab S6 will be a nice bang for your buck. In the description box below you will find the links where you can buy that tablet, and if you like this video then why not to support our channel by subscribing to it, hitting the like button and ringing the bell to stay tuned for more cool content. My thanks for watching and cheers!